The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Grizz Biz, my 2 cents.
Hey, when it come to the hustle, you ain't seen nothing like it. I always knew this day would come, I ain't seen one psychic. Plus all my niggas play at ones, I ain't got no sidekicks. And all my ladies know what's up, I ain't got one side chick. Hey yo, it's Mr. Seventh Letter, I'm so fucking G. That's probably why your favorite woman love to fuck with me. And when it come to these flows, I'm like the fucking sea. Feel like Alonzo Harris, who the fuck got what on me? 100 training days wouldn't get you to this fucking level. And if you pulling strings, that only means that I'm Geppetto. Real niggas, they move in silence, you ain't get the memo. I'm making noise without a word, this hustle instrumental. You niggas out here improvising, I stick to the script. I get it done, I handle business, that's just what it is. These niggas down to steal the wheel until the whip crash. But they can only play their role, these niggas ludicrous. Most these niggas playing too much. So these days we ain't saying too much. But baby, don't you take this meeting lightly. Cause you ain't never met a seventh letter like me. Most these niggas playing too much. So these days we ain't saying too much. But baby, don't you take this meeting lightly. Cause you ain't never met a seventh letter like me, yeah. These niggas talk a good game, a bunch of Stephen A's. Whole lot to say about a sport that they ain't even played. John Doe's looking for a Jane, these niggas need a name. That bullshit ain't merging with the real, you niggas need a lane. These days get money and prosper, I'm so with it. Treat the hustle like your granny did food, put soul in it. I might master P at all this year.
let's go!
The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Grizz Biz, my 2 cents.
Yes. We is back at it. Wednesday to Wednesday. We is back doing our thing as usual. It's always exciting Wednesday to Wednesday because you don't know what's going to happen, but something is going to happen. And as you can see, as usual, if we pan to the left, there's no one there. I go through this every week with these girls. Man. I think it's a black girl thing. Was it a woman thing? I don't know, but that's the thing today. You know, we got a lot to talk about, man. I was posting. I post stuff for people to engage, to talk about, you know what I'm saying, get their opinions and so forth. And no opinion is right, correct. Everybody's entitled to what they believe or how they feel. So today is no different. I posted this last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, about there was statistics put out about single mothers being the worst parents ever. And in our society, I don't know, you want to people keep talking about waking up or whatever you want to call it, but these things are coming to the forefront as far as relationships, as far as families, because stuff is getting cuckoo and more cuckoo out here. And the object of having these conversations is to some enlightenment and maybe some growth or maybe some change among folks or maybe some opinions change about things. But baby mama, baby daddy, child support, single parent is always going to be something to talk about. And like I said, I made this post last week or 2 weeks ago, man, and it went ham. And I just reposted it this week, and it went ham again. It's still going ham. So I just reached out to some folks, and the person I reached out to the week before last was a guy by the name of Carlos Jeff, who was very adamant about that statistic. And not only him, a lot of brothers feel the same way. So I said, man, let's get on here and talk about it. And I posted it. Let's give a round of applause for one of today's guests, Nicola, calling in and checking in with us because she had something to say about it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think single mothers are the worst parents ever? That's a pretty harsh statement, ain't it?
Really, it is. But I got my ups and downs about single mothers because I was a single mother.
Where are you?
And so as I'm looking back after raising my kids, I'm not saying single mothers are the worst, but I wasn't the greatest from coming from a two-parent married home. So as I said in in the inbox earlier, it's the difference with a two-parent married home versus two people that are not married raising kids because a man could still be there, but not there. So it's really a difference. But I don't think, it has its ups and downs with being a single mother. Women are more lenient on their kids, be it a boy or a girl, versus the man being in the house. So are they saying that single mothers are worse because of that situation? Or are we worse because we dropped the ball and didn't get married? So what was the aspect of them saying,
That
single
in
mothers are
context,
worse?
in context like that, I don't know. It's you put stuff up, people put stuff up, and it was from some organization or some whatever, and you don't question things like that. But that is a good question. But let me ask you, since you came from a two parent home, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so not to get all personal or anything, but
Why didn't I be married and be
yeah,
like
I
my
ain't
parents?
yeah,
I did not. Yeah. Okay. So that's a great question, and so the that is the world that I wanted. I wanted to be not my parents, but my own woman with a husband and my kids. Well, I remember just being a hothead and doing what I wanted to do. And my dad would warn me that it was nothing out there. But you don't really listen to leadership. Even though that was my father and I had a lot of respect for him, may he rest in peace. I needed to find out for myself. And I took a lot of hits behind it. My dad, I remember he first told me, um, one day I didn't run away. I didn't make it home from school one day. So I stayed out and I ended up getting my tail beat. Back then it wasn't no 2-for-1. So anyway, moving forward, he thought that I was out in the streets with a guy, but I wasn't at the time. But after I took that butt whooping, it's like, okay, forget it. I already know what's gonna come after it. So he told me one day, he said, these guys out here don't want nothing. You're gonna find a guy that's act like he loves you and he's gonna abuse you, and that's gonna be all you wrote. And that stuck in my mind, but my flesh was took over more than my mental. So then I ended up getting with my kid's father. He did say that we would be together. We did plan on being married. That didn't happen. I don't want to kind of talk about it,
right,
but
right, right,
don't
right,
nobody
right,
really know.
right.
But he was abusive. But I tried me being where I came from. I watched my mama go to work and she still cooked and she still cleaned. And my daddy went to work and he still cooked. He still cleaned. I tried to give that same thing to him, but I got slapped in the face everywhere, every which way. So no matter how good I was to him, it did not
It
matter.
did not
So
matter.
one day he finally told me that, his mom had left him behind. And so me being the woman I am, that's when Oprah was real big on, trying to find families and stuff. I done reached out to Oprah, everybody I could think of that was into TV at that time. Let me see, that was in 2000. But it didn't work. So finally, you know, I hung in there. I took an L. Then I turned around, took another one, and then finally I prayed to God like this ain't what I want if you remove him from my life. But he told me, my baby daddy told me, I was an ugly woman. I was never gonna have a husband. Nobody was gonna want me with my kids. I only had 2 kids, one kid's father, so why wouldn't they? So that stuck in me for a long time, and it buried me and it hurted me. So from that point on, it wasn't. What was the need to find a father for them?
Right.
What was the need to think about marriage? What was the need? I was just a single parent with a strong foundation that I came from and a family. So I just kept on moving. But do I regret it? Yes, I do. I should have listened to my parents and I should have went on and went to military. I should have because it was hard. It was hard because I could have been draining my parents. I could have been hurting my parents. We just don't think it'd be a cause and effect to everything. So being a single mother really can be not a great thing. Not saying it's the worst thing, but it ain't the greatest thing. And it's just not the greatest thing.
Well, I think
So that's why I didn't get married.
I I I, I don't think that what the reason is. I don't think it all falls on single mothers. I think men play a dominant role into the decisions that they influence on these women. Your father was not lying when he told you what he told you. Now, I would have.
He wasn't.
No, he was not lying about that. The thing would have been, to me, like I tell mine, is to you're gonna have to sift through the bullshit and know exactly what you want. Like this independent thing. I'm teaching my daughter to be independent, but I'm teaching my daughter also not to be so independent that you don't need a man. No. No.
That's it.
Yeah, I want you to be independent
it.
because the time
Mhm.
the time frame that we are living in is faster than what I was or what our parents was. This, that, and the third. Things is hitting everyone in the face.
Mhm.
Everything in the face. So
Yep.
you have to have your guard up. And I believe some of these men, the majority of these men, are responsible for the decisions and so forth because we all kids, we all, like you said, you mentioned the word flesh. You wouldn't be human if your flesh wasn't alive. You know what I'm saying? So
That's it. Mhm.
we get that, and we all make choices and decisions. But I want to fault the man. The man is the leader, and some of these guys come from broken homes, single families, single
Was
moms.
just about to say that.
Yeah, so
I was just about to say that, and that's sorry to cut you off, but that's why I say when when their topic was single mothers the worst, some single, and I'm not trying to be funny, but our African American women, they're not the worst, but they're not the greatest when they're trying to quote unquote raise these boys. They because a woman can't raise a man.
nope.
Period. I don't know. I don't care how they try to slice it, dice it, flip it. A man needs to be strong in a girl's and a boy's life, but even stronger when it comes to the boy because you're teaching your son to be a man. Hey, you take out the garbage. You the leader. You do this. You do that. You teaching him football. You teaching him stability and different things. A woman, it's all messed up around the border because they tell the women, men supposed to take care of you and this and that, and he is, but where the bag that you bringing on your own?
See, and that's
Because
another.
I just made a post the other day. If my daddy wouldn't taught me how to be the man, but I'm his daughter, I would be messed up. And then my granddaddy taught different things too. But it's like if I didn't know how to change the tire, or I didn't know how to do oil, or I didn't know how to look at the gauge on the car, or I didn't know how to pull the lawnmower and get gasoline. If I didn't know them things, then I would have been in a worse situation when it came to really dealing with guys. And a lot of times with dealing with them, I just was doing whatever. It was just called faking it till you make it. But no, women, the problem is black women and black men need to come together. Let's put all this foolishness behind. Learn how to respect and talk to each other. Let's quit this. Well, women don't cook and do this like my grandpa, like my grandma did, and you ain't paying the bills like your grandpa did. Even if he had 20 or 30 homes, you couldn't tell home 1, 2, 3, and 4 never hurt. But we got to stop and we got to pull ourselves together. But this is what they wanted. They wanted this. We gave them what they wanted. And
And
it's
we
now,
still
how
giving
do we
them.
go back and how do we prepare?
Yeah, that's the question. Because we can sit here and throw the blame, and like I said, it's a group effort, a group thing. And one thing is,
Group effort.
you have to be with like-minded people.
And it's hard to find that because social media done took over. Everybody tell you they 100% real, and they ain't even 1% of the milk that you drink. So this is our perception is the new reality, and people trying to fit into this bubble that one day they're gonna find out is not what they think it is.
no.
It's not what these stars and all of this is showing everybody. That stuff is fake. Them stars get paid for certain stuff, but of course you can't tell my peoples that because they think now you're being a hater.
Or you're a
Oh, you mad?
conspiracy, or you're a
I'm
conspiracy
mad at
theorist.
you because you're falling victim to it. It's nothing wrong with dressing nice and looking nice and having the latest. It's nothing wrong. But when you ain't in a position to do that, where your house at? Tell me what a mortgage look like. Tell me what it felt like to be like, I got a deed, and I'm not saying that I'm there either, but I know how to get there. We got to stop living for the Joneses and the Marys and the Mikes, and we got to live for us. But we don't know how to because living for us, that ain't right. You ain't cool living for you. You cool if you go out and do what everybody else is doing. And that's another, it's a whole nother subject.
I mean, we can
It's
talk,
just
right?
saying we got to pull together.
We can talk. That's what we're here to do.
We
Is
just got
talk.
to pull together. And I really hate it. I hate it because, so me being a woman, the first thing, like, matter of fact, I'm going to give you a little bits and pieces. I got a daughter. My daughter is, 22. So she got a kid's father. Her and her kid's father get into it. I tell my daughter the first thing that you don't do is involve his family, and you don't call us and involve us. Because when y'all get back
Oh
together,
my
now
gosh.
everybody is on the fences looking at y'all crazy, and now you want us to tuck our tails and be back kissing his butt, right? I
Right.
told my daughter, don't involve me in that. My baby daddy used to abuse me. My parents never knew because I was taught what happens in the home, stay in the home. And not just because of that. I knew I was going to go back and back and back and back. I wasn't calling police and doing all that because I knew it was going to be repetitious for me until I got tired. That's just what it was. So my daughter, like, well, Mom, I need you to stand up for me because I'm your child. And I said, let me tell you something. I was raised right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not going to stand up for you. You want to abuse this man and say, well, let's do this to him because his mama only raised him by herself and this, and that. That's what I'm saying. Hurt people, hurt people. It's just too
Wow.
much. And once we sit back and be like, the Bible says, love thy neighbor, but people ain't paying that no mind.
You can't
Because
say
now,
you can't
the
say
Bible's
Bible.
fake.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about the Bible to people.
My bad.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about the Bible to people. It was a book written by men who inspired. What is inspired by God? Nigga, you get inspired every day by God. You get up every morning, don't you? Nah, man, that's a different story. You know what I'm
No,
talking about?
they said that's an alarm clock.
Boy.
But so the biggest issue is we're just it's I don't know, it's no compromise with my folks. And like I told my daughter, I am not gonna get jumped down this boy's throat because you're my daughter. Because let me tell you something. I raised you. I know you're my daughter. You're my daughter that turned up on her own mother, that has given everything that I could to you. So why would I go and be ready to run down his back? I told her, if anything, I'm gonna run down y'all backs. Y'all should take a break from it. You know what I'm saying? Now well, guess what end up happening? Now they back cool. Now she don't talk to me. And that's fine by me because that's less headache that I got to go through. Because had I would have put myself into calling everybody in the family to jump down on this boy and now we got to go to court, it's just too much. A lot of times black women like to hurt black men. And it started at home with they mama. The mama tell the boy,
So
you
you
ain't gonna be shit like your daddy. Why are you
wait a
telling
minute,
your son that?
wait a minute. See, This is the part where I think the brothers ninjas be referring to situations like that, like this, purposely hurting the guy. I think that's goes on a lot, and people don't talk about that, and that's what a lot of fellas be feeling like, and no one hearing them, like child support or seeing the baby being involved in the child's life. Now, you ain't got to be together to raise a child, you know. And I'm sure I'm sure that there are a lot of men that cannot see their child because this woman.
Because the woman is bitter and mad because her aunt that ain't never been married, ain't never had a leader, done ran through the city, telling her, get him for all he got.
But your phone froze up. You got excited and hit the
Bring
button.
back to the drawing table and you sit with him as an adult at the round table, because a piece of nothing is better than something. I mean, better than nothing. But people don't think that. But then the guys got it misconstrued too. Oh, she put me on child support. I'm a child support daddy. I ain't gonna do nothing. You sound stupid.
And let's give a round of applause for that right there, because I've heard that a million times. And that's why I said I don't think the blame is always on the woman, because, nigga, it's more to it than going to child support that you have to do for this child. Just because you giving the money, that does not stop you from
$7 a week.
That
What
does
is
not
$7
stop.
a week when kids?
I don't know. All I know is I found that very, very offensive. Like I said, I found offensive when a woman says she don't need a man. I find it very offensive when the guy says,
I do too.
I'm paying child support. That's all I'm gonna pay. That's all I'm gonna do.
That's all
I saw a video of a dude.
I hate when the girl be like, oh, I ain't about to go get my child, the baby mama acting crazy. She only acting the way that you allow her to act. When men start nipping it in the bud with these women and standing up, and first of all, the system created it.
I'm about to say, how do you stand? How do a brother stand up and put his foot down when we got all these odds against us now?
So let me tell you what it is. The system created this image that men have no backbone, okay? So I'm going to just give you a bit and piece. I done been a woman that dealt with guys that had kids' mothers. And if you going to be with me, you don't got to worry about taking care of me, but your kid going to come first over everything. So I was messing with this guy. He said, oh, my baby mama mad because I'm with you. She won't let me see my son. So guess what I did? I put him to the test. Okay, so that's the truth. Because I'm going to believe you. You my man, right? So I'm like, all right, let's go do this. Let's go do this court paper. Oh, he went all through it. Yeah, I'm about to have her. And all of this, right? So he go to court. The judge tell him, okay, you got visitations, blah, blah, blah. The girl said, well, I don't know, Nicola. So right now, I don't want my son around her. It's nothing personal against her. I want my son to get to relearn his dad. His dad been in prison for 10, 12 years. I respected it. I understood it, right? But of course, the guy made it to his whole family. It was about the women he dealt with, whatever. That's not what it is. You got to relearn your son. You don't even know him. Okay, so guess what? His first time on visitation, you as a man, I shouldn't tell you what to do. Guess what he was? He was late. His second time on visitation, he didn't show. His third time, he didn't show. When it was time to go back to court, you know what happened? The judge said, so you wasted my time, huh? Because you told me that your kid's mother was holding you back because of who you was dealing with. So it be a lot. It be a lot. The system can help men, but they get down there and BS and don't speak up for themselves, and they don't want help.
It don't sound like he didn't speak up for himself. It sounds like he didn't want to be involved in his child's life.
And guess what? To this day, ask me how involved he is, and the boy 18.
See?
So at the end of the day, we got to be mindful, because guess what? Your son watched all of that. So when your son get out here and get with Becky and don't take care of little Johnny, don't be trying to jump down your son back, because your son went off of what rhythm you showed him.
It's just like a repeating
And that's
cycle.
for women too. People go off of what you showed it. I used to think people went off what you said, but people go off of actions. So if your actions is sloppy and messy, then I'm going to reciprocate that. It's sad. We have to pull together. If we pull together, we could be one strong unit. I ain't necessarily quote unquote saying no Black Panther, but we got to give each other respect. And the biggest thing, we got to give each other respect in front of our cousins, if you know what I mean. Because if they see me disrespecting my man or my brother or my cousin in front of them, they go and suck it up like a sponge and throw it back over. We just got to be mindful of a lot of things. And I mean, we just don't. We don't. I don't know if we living in our last days or I don't know what it is, but I mean, I don't know what it is.
So you really think that people are gonna change?
Me being a woman.
I don't think people are gonna change. I think in our community, and you know what? That statistic was not just for Black women. That statistic was for all women. All women, because
that's right.
I be tripping off of
they pressed it harder on us though. If you had Section 8, the man couldn't live with you. If you getting something for us, the man couldn't be around.
But see, that's a myth too.
Everything out.
But see, that's a myth too. Not a myth, but
guess what? I'm about to hang up. I mean, I know that's a myth. Because let me tell you something. How could a married couple get Section 8? It's all a myth. But guess what? My people?
But see, did you know that white
ain't nobody looking at it for themselves.
Did you know that white?
They just believe in what they was told.
Did you know that white folk? There are more white folk on welfare than Black folk.
Yes. Always been. Guess what? It always gonna be.
Guess what? They had the same issues we have when it comes to child support and baby mama and drama and so forth.
That is absolutely
we
true.
Just putting it on front.
A white lady that told me about her son. We just over exaggerated, and we get put in a different light.
That's the ticket. And most of the time, though, we're not talking about. I mean, those people ain't talking about what's going on. They're not putting each other's flaws and everything on forefront with everything. We just happen to be on front. This is Mr. Rick calling me. On Front Street. So that's the difference between them and us is the visual, because they experience the same thing we do. And I don't think, like I said before, I don't think it's all the women, single moms' fault. I think it's a mixture of both. So where they got that statistic
of course, we don't know.
I ain't hear you. You blanked out.
When it's time for us to get together, huh?
I ain't hear you. You blanked out.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I said a Caucasian lady told me, she worked at my dentist office, and she said the reason why Black people don't have nothing, she said, because we don't know how to put things behind. She said, all white people don't get along. We don't all like each other. She said, but when it comes to doing something, she said, we stand one and one with each other. And then we go later not to like each other. She said, y'all put it all on Front Street. Y'all hurt each other. You do this, you do that. How could a white lady tell me that?
She telling the truth. Because they watch us. They watch us. They done set everybody up. That's why I say set everybody up, but we just the ones that want to showcase it and show out on it. There's so many people, hateful people in the world, and Black folks in general. Like, if you post something, it's okay to disagree. But once you start posting and commenting on it and you get personal with it and you doing all that extra stuff, that's where the problem come in. And like, why do we hurt each other like that? If we just... Because I get a better laugh out of hurting you than anything in the world. Or when you try to help people, they think pop up is what you want from me. To be honest, you have nothing. I'm just trying to help you get something. But what they end up doing, they turn around and try to hurt you because they thinking you after them because they've been getting
Man, it's a difference. That being raised off of love and survival, that's a true statement.
Being raised off of
And
love and survival. Explain that.
okay, so I was raised off of love. I was taught to love, help people out, do the best that I can. If I see my brother or sister falling, get up and help them. Most people raised off of survival. Shoot, that meant, guess what? Mama done taught you how to write bad checks. Some of that single parent home mother stuff.
Damn. Revert back to single
Survival. Let me see. Shit, you gonna go in the store? I'm gonna go over here. You gonna go in the store? You gonna steal this? Don't trust nobody. When you out doing dirt, how could you turn around and trust me when I tell you, "Ooh, I love you. I want to really be with you. Let's make it happen." You're not gonna trust me. You want to know why? Because you're gonna sit back and think when you was 8 years old, when your mama sent you in the store to go one way and you stole the whole store. You knew you was wrong for doing it, but you were surviving. So versus being loved, I was loved. No, I didn't have the famous and the latest, but I had love. I knew things. My parents loved me. They told me they loved me. They showed me. I didn't get abused physically, emotional, mentally. I got everything I wanted. I went outside of that and started doing stuff.
On that
And started
note,
messing with people that were survivors. So I was not correctly loved once I got out there. And I'm still giving love. And guess what? I still don't get correctly loved. Because after a person, you learn a person and they still doing whatever, it's up to you as you gonna go or you gonna stay.
You hitting on a whole lot of
It's
different topics.
women out here that still don't know how to be correctly loved or correctly give it. And it's men like that too. That's why I said this is a us thing. And when us put our pride down and say, you know what, let's work on that. And guess what? The other thing was everybody used to say getting counseling and therapy was a white thing. No, it's everything. They just go and do what they gotta do so they can survive a little bit more. But but sometimes like they go through more than us. But with us, we would rather continue to be a victim than to be a survivor. So that Beyonce song, a lot of people need to know what she mean behind it and start working on that to be a better them so they can get what's out here for them. But if I keep on being a victim and saying, "Oh my God, I went through this and that," at this point, I need help. I need help. I mean, I'm looking for attention. I'm not looking for help. Because if I could tell somebody, "Okay, go here and do this and do that," and they like, oh, they think I'm thinking I'm better than them, but it's like, I speak from experience. Everything I talk about, I speak from experience. Because guess what? Can't nobody judge me. So I don't care if people be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she said that."
Let me ask you.
Because what can you say?
Let me ask you something. Are you in a relationship now?
No.
No.
But I'll be 42 in July, no relationship.
And why is that?
Okay, so why is that?
And I'm just saying, it got nothing to do with you because you said love correctly. So this is where I'm going with this because that is key word.
Why I'm in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
So, as I stated to you before, I wanted my baby daddy back then. You know, I wanted all these things. I wanted to be a wife. I wanted this. I wanted that. I went from knucklehead situation to knucklehead situation, okay? I took people at what it was for, and I wanted to build, and I wanted to do this and do that. I'm tired. I lost my daddy in 2018. When I lost my daddy, my whole life changed. It changed. And so I'm numb to it all. I'm numb to being hurt. I'm numb to people. I've been in a lot of relationships where people was in competition with me.
What you mean?
But I thought we were competent, huh?
What you mean in a competition with you?
When I say competition like this, I dealt with this one guy. He liked to put on for social media, right? So that means he wanted to be dripped out and Gucci'd and all of that. But behind those closed doors, I knew what type of brother he was. Baby, you barely like to get up and go to work. Like I said, I don't want to put nobody out there. You got to know who I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, you barely wanted to go to work. You disrespected your mother. You didn't take care of your kid. Okay? You
So
didn't love the person.
how long did it take you to figure that out?
Okay, so this is how it came about. He said one day I finally had met his mother. When I met his mother, he was like, this relationship about to be over. And I said, well, why? He like, because when my mama like people, oh, man. And I'm like, oh, man, what? His mom was the type that, no, you can't bring no hoes to my house. You know, all she knew was me. So what ended up happening was we went through a lot of little drama. Finally, a lady came
Hold
to
your
my
thought.
house one day.
Hold your thought. Was
Huh?
he a single mom? Did he come from a single mom family?
Okay, so no.
No.
His mother and daddy was together. They ended up going their separate ways because they were part of the military or the government.
Okay, but he still had the foundation, right?
This is how he got sour. Okay? This is how he got sour. He got sour because his mama decided to move on and he wanted to run it. He wanted to run it, but his siblings, you can't tell they all came from the same place. His brother was married. His sister just got married. He's still running the streets being a bophead. So that's why it's all different. You can come from a married house. You can come from a single house. You can come from a one-legged, bootlegged house. It's all about your mentality. And if people can continue to slick you and manipulate you, they will do it to the day that you die and you are no longer no good to them. But we stayed together for a minute. Then I just finally got tired. So, what put the icing on the cake? Me and him got into it. First of all, when my dad was on his deathbed and I didn't know, I got a call to come to the hospital. If you supposed to be my man, why you ain't go to the hospital with me? He didn't go to the hospital with me. Now, mind you, he called off of work. He said he called off of work for me, but you wasn't there for me. I get back to my house where he's sitting at, and he wasn't there for me. He wanted to argue with me. So guess what I did? I was tired. Baby, I just lost my daddy of 40-something years. I ain't even got it in me to even deal with you. So I sent him on about his way. He started emailing me. Oh, he hate me. Ha ha, my daddy is dead. It was it was just too much. I went to court. I fought court for I could file a court case, assault case up in Butler County for 2 years because he lied to the police and told him I put my hands on him. His mama said she couldn't believe it. Guess what? After still all through that, the judge even wanted to throw me up under. That Caucasian judge told me, no, this is going to be a fair trial. I want to believe the victim. I want to talk to the victim. I said, sir, look at me. I said, do it look like I'm fighting men? The judge said, I don't know, but he's going to get a fair trial. So the day before the ending of me being sentenced, I had all these emails. I told the lawyer, I said, I got something for you. The lawyer see the email. She said, whoa. This boy laughing, talking about how, my daddy dead. I ain't gonna never have nobody. My aunt dead. All of this, right? Gave that to the lawyer. The judge still never apologized. He said, you should thank me. I said, thank you for what? And I walked out the courtroom. Thank you for what?
As you should have.
So that when I say competition, he wanted to run with me. We were supposed to be in a team. Right. Oh, you ain't pretty enough. You ain't this. I like girls with eyelashes and weave and this and that. Yeah, women that don't support you that look good.
He told you that?
Oh, yeah. Women that look good on Facebook, but won't even go out there and fold your laundry. That won't even make sure you got the meal. But those was the women he was attracting. Why? Because he was wearing the Gucci. Yeah, until you ain't got the money and you ready to drive down to the outlet and take the Gucci bag. Hey, don't make me speak on it.
I feel you, bitch.
That's who
No, man. They know. I refuse. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. I refuse
I
to
know, that's why
believe
I'm
that a man is gonna sit there and wear an outfit and then gonna take it back to the outlet mall.
That's why.
Stop it.
That's what I
What?
supported everything.
First of all,
him.
pause.
I
You don't know about the real hood
but when
shit.
it came to
Niggas wear outfits for 3 days.
What?
They go and get
No.
expensive shit, and they
No.
wear it for 3 days, and like real life wear it for 3 days. 'Cause
What? Stop it.
They
You
really,
stop it.
Yeah.
no,
Hey,
they
you stop
really
it.
do.
You
A
stop
real
it.
hood
They
dude.
That
He's
ain't
gonna-
real hood to me. That's
No,
not hood.
No, the
You-
real hood dude.
The
He
hood.
really buy
That-
expensive outfit, and once he wear it, he wear it for 3 days. I swear, I
That
ain't
is
even-
some hoe shit.
Huh? Period.
What
That's
I'm
some hoe
saying
shit.
was,
Duck, goose.
he shoot. And what
Oh, for real.
He
and
did
Gucci
what?
say we don't do return. Yeah.
Hell
Like,
no, they ain't do no return.
she's not lying. She's not lying.
I cannot believe the guys sit there and do that shit.
Duck, goose. Yes, they
But
really,
guess what?
literally do.
The same thing.
I'm not.
women
Where's
do
the
it.
lie?
Well, that's all I know. There's women to do it. And you always hear women.
Pause.
Women sit there and talk
Pause.
about, well, take
No.
this back. And you see that
Pause.
on the TV and
Pause.
shit. Like,
A woman might. I ain't that woman. I might wear one time. That's the old me. As an older adult, no, I'm not about to do that. I'm definitely not doing that.
I'm not going to sit there
I'm not
and
gonna
wear
wear it
something.
or carry it.
Did he go
I
get
ain't
dry
wearing-
cleaned or what?
This is what I'm saying. I'm not wearing. That was some young shit. Like when I was in my 20s, I might did that like once or twice. But as an older adult, I would never wear
Hell
something
no.
or carry it. And
Hell
literally
no.
Take it back to the store. Like
If you
I
can't
never did
afford it, don't get it.
Period.
Guess what? Let me tell you
There's
something.
real life
Look
doing
how
that.
crazy the world.
Look at
Look how
what?
crazy the world is. You can go put payments on shoes and purses, but they run your credit
Bruh.
to buy houses.
Tell
And
him.
when
Tell him. You can even pawn a purse right now. When in life have you been able to pawn a Coach purse?
Check up.
You can pawn a
People
purse.
can't even go to the
That's the
dentist,
bigger issue.
but they can go renting bags and shoes.
Hey.
Come on, you gotta
Wait
stop
a minute, did
it.
you say rent a bag and rent shoes?
You can pawn it. A
What?
bag.
Hey, man.
I could take an MK bag right now and go to Cash Land or whatever the fuck you and pawn it.
What is
Shut
that? No,
up.
what's that?
Shut
Klarna.
up.
When you batter stuff on payments, Klarna and all that kind of stuff, they make stuff like
Swear.
for us. Cause they know we just so silly.
Hey, that is
You
the
know
silliest
what?
shit in the world.
What?
I'm going to the Future concert. I ain't even got them Gucci loafers, so I'ma just go ahead and go on Klarna and have it.
They literally.
That's dumb.
And I ain't gonna lie.
Wait a minute, so
Now-
Klarna's the place where you go rent the shit?
Man, let me tell you some shit like this. It goes so deep. So I did an event years ago, like with NXS TV and Mike Drop and them. So Mike Drop it was like a Harlem Nights like event. Okay. I ain't want to go out and buy no dress or order no dress. It's a place in Northside. They had custom dresses and it was like old school. Went down there and rent that bitch, wore that bitch. I ain't dry cleaned it or nothing. Wore it and took it right back to the store because I wasn't about to.
But it was like a tuxedo place, though. I can understand that.
You feel what I'm saying?
Tuxedos.
But it's different when people are literally living off of that. They living off of that. That's their like lifestyle. They literally just buying outfits. They don't give a fuck. They might return it. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, shit, right there, man.
No, for real. I did it
But
for an event as
this
an
is what I'm
entertainer.
saying.
We talking about people living in real life doing that.
What you saying?
We talk about real life, but
Thank
then when
you.
you open your mouth, you got 400 fences in your mouth. You got teeth sitting on back of top of teeth. Your breath smell like halitosis. But you're
These the men that you picking out?
Stop it.
It's cool when they
I know
do
you.
it.
You just
There's a
you
problem
not. You
when I
not.
do it.
Is that the men you picking out?
No, she
She picking out men
she's
that
not
rent,
picking them. They coming for her.
rent Gucci shoes and turning them. They got
She's not.
50 rows of teeth
Hold on.
and their breath is funky.
They coming for her.
Hey, we're gonna have to hook you up.
She just said they coming for her though.
Whatever I have dealt with,
Grizz is lucky he
medical
married.
or whatever, that's a smile is the biggest thing to me because I have a beautiful smile.
Can't
I
trust
went
a
to the
big butt
dentist.
and
I
a
ain't
smile,
still going
though.
to the dentist. So if I don't have medical or something, guess what? I was pushing it before. Baby, go get you a welfare a card.
Yeah.
Medicaid, you ain't never too good.
But men don't believe in that for
But
real. They will never do it. They
men
pride
won't.
be too much.
Women, they want the women that look at they Lexus that's probably in their mammy's name. No disrespect to their mama, but and they living in their mama's basement. They looking at those women because then they ain't got to put in the work that needed to be worked because they don't know because guess who raised them? Not to be funny, but single
She
mamas.
said that.
That's my son.
Nah, fuck that.
Yes.
It ain't got
Yeah,
shit to do with being a single mother. I don't believe that. Because I've met men that grew up in a 2-parent household and they parents be perfect as fuck. And you like, why is you out here wilding? And
Yeah.
you really got
Yeah.
the perfect setting.
Yeah, but
why?
Right, this is true. You missed on part of the conversation, but like we said,
I know what your
single
subject
mama,
is.
single mothers.
Hey, I'm feeling like that's a personal attack right now.
No, it's not a personal attack.
Now, it's one thing if you out here raw dogging everybody and having random kids. No.
Okay.
Because I'm a
Let me
widow,
say this.
so I don't fuck with that.
No disrespect. What's
I don't
your
fuck
name?
with it.
Let her say. Go ahead.
What's your name?
Tyann Capri.
Okay, no, Miss Tyann, I'm the caller. No disrespect to you.
Nah, it's total
No disrespect to myself. I was a single mother.
That's like
okay?
saying a man can't raise a woman.
Let her finish.
What I'm saying is, I was raised in a 2-parent married home, okay?
Period.
I did jump
And they
out
be
off
fucked
the
up.
porch and become a single mother. But the issue is, I probably not right now, women are raising their sons to look like the guys that they want to be with.
Whoa.
Oh, his pants hanging down, telling your son he the man of your house. So then when the real man Mark come along, now he can't control what's going on because you done told your son he the man of the house and he ain't. He ain't never been your man. Correct your son. You are the man in this house, but this is what comes along with it. I felt like as a single mother, I messed my daughters up in a lot of ways. So trust me, it's no personal attack. I sit sometimes and be like,
hold
I
on.
messed up.
And you shouldn't take it as a personal attack because
it's two aspects to it.
Your situation.
It's two different aspects.
Your situation is totally
it's choosing
two
to
different.
be a whore and a
No,
snorer,
but that's not even your
and you just
situation.
randomly
Your
doing
situation is different. Your child, your dad, your was in your life. You know what I'm saying? Your son's life.
Yeah.
It's two different. Your situation
that's
is
what I'm saying.
It's two
So
totally
you can't-
different.
you can't
so if it don't,
prejudge
but if it
and
don't
just-
apply to you and people don't know your situation,
It ain't about me.
that's
it's
what
just
I'm
about
saying.
you.
But you trying to take it personal.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is knowing that my situation is different.
Way different.
So
You
what
shouldn't even loop yourself into that.
Exactly. But I would never prejudge a situation. And just because my situation ain't everybody's situation, I would never prejudge a single mother and claim these facts. Because I think about the technicalities of shit. Everybody's situation different.
Right, but
we do have weak ass parents.
Nothing. I go off of what I see. I speak facts.
Right.
I go off of facts.
Right.
And the facts is that most women that are single mothers, be it raising a son or a daughter, they are messing those kids up because you don't see both sides. You don't see the father being strong in their life because here go the father talking about child support and he don't want to be a part. Then the mother, she fed up and tired. So I see it both ways. I'm not never going to prejudge nobody. I just think things should be done different. Nobody makes the choice to be a single mother if a father walks out. But okay, so he walk out, right? Boom. So now
you
you're
lightweight
a single
dude
mother.
when
But
we are
be
naturally...
evil about it. Try to work with the father. Like Kevin Samuel said, when women single...
Let's give her... Hold on.
Hey, let's give Kevin Samuels... Yes, no. Kevin Samuels.
But he's saying the same thing.
Period.
You
know we fuck with him.
Yeah, but he's
Come on,
saying the
quit
same
playing.
thing about single moms. That's his whole thing. Kevin Samuels, that's what she's saying.
But it's just about, like, naturally... Like,
My
all right,
daughters
it's different versions of
being
single
single
mothers.
mothers.
It's mothers
But the majority
children,
of the people that he's talking about is what she's talking about. What Kevin Samuels
motherfuckers
is
that was
talking
out here
about.
raised reckless, and they mothers
Same
never taught
way
them
that
nothing.
Kevin Samuels is talking
have no
about is
morals,
what she's just saying they
so
say.
they don't have a boundary.
So that's what she's talking about. That's what
It's
Kevin
sad.
Samuels talking about.
It's sad that it's majority of them, like majority of the people in the world is.
And it's not just white. I mean, black women.
No.
It's white women too.
Shit.
We got Sarah and them involved too.
Nah,
Yeah.
Sarah
But the
and them,
light don't
Sarah and
affect
them,
them like
they
that.
wanna
We
blame
saw
black
that
people
Sarah
like we
and
ain't
them-
shit, but Sarah and them, they worse than us. Sarah and them is meth
But
addicts
it's just-
and crack addicts,
this
like
is-
for real.
And you're absolutely right. But this is what we see about most Sarahs. What Sarah, she got proposed to in college. Oh, she went to college. Oh my
But
gosh.
they shit already
she is
set
a
Let her
up.
finish.
practitioner.
They should already set
But
up.
when it comes to the crackhead
Not
Sarah,
all of them.
oh, we got her treated. You don't even see that, Sarah, because guess what her mother and them do? They take her kid. And guess what? Mark is raised up as his grandparents' kid. So it's always gonna be an unbalance when it comes to that.
But I think
I just
with
want
black
my people
people,
to get right.
that's the
But they
imbalance.
ain't gonna never get right.
But
Huh?
I think with the other racial people, what they do, they be coming from a lifeline of money.
No, they don't.
Majority of them do.
No, they don't.
Majority
they
of them
don't.
do.
No, you
Even
got-
if they,
no, they
you don't
don't.
understand, they don't be appreciating it.
Hey, your phone is ringing.
No, they don't.
Thank
Pick
you.
up your phone.
No, they
Is it?
don't. There's more
Who's
people.
calling?
There's more white folks on
Phone is
welfare.
Pick up your phone.
Tell you
How many you done met?
Hey, caller, hold on.
How many you done met?
Hold on, we got a
This
call
is
on the.
lie. They come from man. What happens is
Hold on.
they.
Nicola, hold on. Who's on the line?
I'm sorry.
Who's on the line?
What's up, Grizz? This your Scorpio counterpart.
Oh, damn.
Who the fuck?
Oh,
God,
damn.
Another Scorpio. I keep
Oh,
dealing
damn.
with Scorpios. I'm
Oh,
tired of them.
damn. I know who it is.
Who is it?
It's Mr. Breeze.
Breeze.
Yeah, Mr. Breeze.
There you go.
He gonna buy it. He gonna get this laptop for me tomorrow.
Gee,
Play me Shug.
sus, what?
GRIZZBY is my 2 cents. But anyway, glad to join the phone call, man. And we sitting here talking about single moms. We got Nicola on the line.
Don't be disrespectful.
And we got Tyann. Girl?
The boss.
And we got Tyann on the line here who finally made it. Lord,
Tyann Capri.
you seen
Say my whole name.
You seen? No, you was late, so you only get Ty.
What?
Ty.
Now I can see if you said
Ty.
Ty, but you said Tyann.
Ty.
You should have said Ty.
Ty. But anyway, we on the our single mothers, the worst
I don't
parents
like it.
ever.
I don't
And
feel
we're going
like
back and forth here.
I hear, I see, and hear. I
Oh,
also
we
heard
hear
her
it.
comment about another. I also heard her comment about another Scorpio.
Oh,
Like
Hey,
all
back,
other
back.
signs aren't bad.
Okay.
I love
All other
Scorpios.
men,
Okay,
like no other man that are signs are bad. Just Scorpio men.
Hey,
I
hey.
never got that.
hey.
But
We ain't even talking about no damn Scorpio. Let's stay
Now
on
she
the
tried
subject.
to. Now he tried to. Okay.
right.
Speak.
I had to correct that, but
Speak.
Where
her-
Nicola go?
she-
There you go.
I'm right here.
She there.
I'm right here.
Oh, there
She
she
there
is.
too.
There she is. But go ahead.
I'm
So, what's your
sorry,
thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on it, Mr. Breeze?
Well, I agree with our lady guest. She's made a lot of valid points as well as you have, Grizz. Now, if you want to put the critical thinking part to it, then we can go over a lot of adversity that we as blacks have went through. That's one big thing that I heard y'all didn't
That's where I was
mention
at.
is we have so much hurt from towards each other because all we've been through our life is hurt.
That's
But
what I
that
was
should
saying.
already be a given. Yeah, we all we
But
know
when
is
we gonna
hurt.
stop?
All we
When
look
we gonna stop?
This shit made me
Let her
so
answer the
upset.
question.
As a
Go ahead.
history of black people, do y'all know through slavery they was fucking
No,
taking our
no.
men?
Tyann,
And y'all gonna
let her-
say, oh, black woman can't raise a man, but through slavery they was taking our niggas from us.
What were you gonna say?
Well, that's another thing too. That since after slavery, which we can talk about another time,
Yeah.
Period.
the black man has always been taken away from the home. Majority of the
Since
time,
slavery.
See, look,
take the
Since
black
slavery.
man
this is
out
what
there.
this is where I want to
What I just
cut
said,
everybody
since
off at.
slavery.
What I want to cut everybody off at. We
Dang.
know the trauma and things that we done been through,
It
and put on
transpires to today.
and put on us today. But the question is, how do we stop it? What do we do to change it? The thing is, single mothers are the worst.
Statistics.
Parents.
You
Yeah,
making
whatever.
me fucking.
Whatever.
Like, you fucking me up.
Is the worst parents ever. So the question becomes,
How?
Like,
when they've been taking our men from
when-
us since
when do
slavery,
we-
but we've been raising
when-
the strongest
how do we-
men.
how do we
How
can't be.
is black
We can't
man,
be because
make it make
she
sense.
sat here and we
Make it
talked
make
about
sense.
all of
Make it make
Kevin
sense.
Samuels sitting talking
I don't give a
about
fuck
all
what.
of Yeah, please chill out.
How?
How in the world have we been raising strong men when everything that they do is been feminitized?
Well,
She just sat there and said,
Grizz.
she just sat there and explained a list of frogs.
I would never feel that
Of
way.
frogs that she has to, that all these women have to go through.
So,
A plethora of frogs.
what they got to do with anything? That don't mean that just because it's raised, everybody is raised differently. It goes about what how you was raised, as far as your moral strengths, your character, just basically what you fucking believe in. Just because you kissing hella frogs don't mean that just because they was raised by a single mother, that single mothers is wrong. No, how about they was raised by a weak-ass single mother that was trying to baby fight them and not making them motherfuckers grow the fuck up?
But that's what we're talking about. That's what makes a single mama the worst. What
No,
you
it
just
don't.
said.
Not every single mother is like that, though.
The
This
majority
this
is.
This is the debate.
The majority is.
This is the debate.
The majority is. Now, I don't know
I
who did
will
these
say-
statistics.
The only motherfucker, I
Can
will
I
only
say
take.
this?
Go ahead.
All right, I would say this, and both of you know, are right. When a single
Cola.
mother is raising a young man, it's
Depending on
coming
the
from
version
the
of a single
nurturing-
mother.
the nurturing feminine part. You
Mm-mm.
get what I'm saying? That child is being raised with the nurturing feminine part.
I don't
And
believe
like
that.
you said, that man has to have that role to enforce that masculinity too, as well, and to be a man. Now, I'm not about to switch subjects, but let's see though, there are a lot of young black men out here that are, gay or bi, in the way they dress, and would they be that way
Because
if a
their mother
strong
was
black
letting them
man
wear
was in that
heels.
household?
Like real life, they mothers
Yeah,
was
would it
letting
be
them wear
like that?
heels when they was like 3 years old. They was letting them try on their heels.
Exactly.
I would never.
Exactly.
I would never.
But with a black man in the household,
No.
would that child become that way?
When,
Now, yes, there are still black men that are gay with a black father that's been in the household.
Because
That
the
has been
mother let him put
neutralized
on
a lot
heels
more.
at 3 years old, and she let him play with Barbies, where like it's certain shit that ain't sweet. I don't fuck with that.
Well,
I'm all love for you being who you are, but people need to learn at an early age. The more when your child is born, from the time they're born till they're about 4 or 5, that's the most impressionable ages. As a parent, that's when you're actually deciding what your child is going to do, and either you could teach a kid flashcards, and you could teach them how to learn to be mentally smarter and be on their words and shit, or even when your babies don't know. I know from both of my sons, they would naturally just trying to have fun and just running through the house, and they might just put on both of their parents' shoes. When it came to mine, you're not putting them on.
Amen.
You're a man.
Amen.
And I never went off on them or nothing. I just took that shit from them, and I said, that's not yours. That's mine. I'm a girl.
But see,
I have a
the thing
perfect
is,
example.
you a strong woman who was
don't
raised
play with
right.
that. I
You
don't
don't
play
play
with
with that.
that.
But the majority of the women that we're talking about are doing that.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
we're
the
saying.
hard part.
That's what we're saying. We're saying the majority of the women
I
that are
get it.
doing it
I
are
know,
doing this.
but it's just like, cause
I know we don't want to prejudge people, but the proof is in the pudding.
It ain't about prejudging.
And at the end of the day,
Period.
I mean, I ain't about to feel oh gosh, because that single mother did that and I'm as bad as her. Or no, I shouldn't say nothing like, nah, that's the problem. We gotta speak up and help each other. No, all single mothers not bad. But majority of them that's coming up now, they come from no leadership, so they don't know they gonna lead their kids. How they gonna lead anything? They don't know how.
Well, the mothers. Well, you're right. The mothers that are
Jeez.
coming up today, like I have a perfect example. I have a cousin that's about 3 years older than me. When he was a little boy, my aunt would buy him Cabbage Patch dolls.
Whoa.
My mother
See,
said, "Nigga, you ain't getting one of them."
You'll never,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
I
my mother
don't give
said, "Don't
fuck
even
what
think
you
about
want.
it. You ain't getting one of them."
That's one of them situations I would
Yeah.
act like I couldn't afford it, but I ain't gonna make it like it's
Yeah.
that I'm going against what you want. I seriously, as a parent, I would literally just be like, "Oh yeah, I ain't got enough money for that." Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not about. Hey,
Now
I'm
he
sorry
never
for the people
turned
that
out-
do that. I'm not about to do that.
But he never turned out the way that you thought he would have. But I just, like you were saying, man, and Grizz, you as well, it starts like that. Should no boy during our era should have had a Cabbage Patch doll.
What the fuck?
I'm just sorry.
Like, when I grew up, when niggas, like, and I swear to God, when I grew up, say I had a Barbie with all my guy cousins, if they ever played with a doll, they would get all aggressive and shit. They would always act like the dude was fucking the Barbie. And I'm not lying. So I'd be like, I wouldn't even want to play.
You ain't lying.
But my era, that's how we grew up. It was like if a dude played with anything, they'll play with the G.I. Joe or the He-Man or the wrestler.
Ken.
What? That's when Ken had just came out.
Ken.
And Ken was whack as fuck. Man, what? Say that. You're, I'm
Yeah.
being serious.
Well, it seemed like
I
it's
wasn't
gonna be
raised like that.
where
Where it was like forced on the child. Like, it'd be like, yeah, you are you. But I've never, this era of life, people are just like, they go off of some shit like, oh, he like pink. He like pink. So we gonna say he a girl. Like, what? Like, no. Just because a man like pink don't mean that he is feminine.
So
Exactly.
I took a call the other day. I ain't gonna say where I work at, but I took a call the other day, and me and the person was talking because I like to talk to the customers that go out of
breaking up,
town
baby.
because I'm gonna have my first grandbaby. I said, "Oh, that is so good. What you having, a boy or a girl?" She said,
We don't go by genders.
What'd you
She
say?
said her daughter said it was something. Her daughter wouldn't say a girl or a boy. Her daughter called it something else.
Basically, it don't go by gender. I forgot the word for it, but they when they starting to raise kids where they come out and they a boy or girl, they're not telling them their gender and they're making it. I can't even think of the word. Fuck. I gotta Google it. But basically, they're bringing babies out, making them not even think of their actual gender. They're making them thinking like they can.
What did you say to her?
I said, "Oh, okay."
Have fun with that.
It took me back. For one, it was Grandma Betty. So I'm not. Yeah, I want my job.
Non-gender
I
discretion
love
or
my job.
something?
So, yeah, I just was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have fun." And because wow, that's where we at with it. I mean, wow. Like I said, I posted the other day. I'm glad my daddy raised me to be a man, but I'm his daughter.
Me too.
Not saying I'm trying to be a man. I want to be a man, but if I was a bubblehead
That's
and
my
didn't
problem.
know and didn't have the strength that he showed me, I don't know where me and my daughters would be. And
No,
I
swear to
probably could
God.
have raised the boy as a single mother.
I feel that.
But
I was raised by my father, and then I ended up getting left with my 2 sons because my husband passed
I mean,
away.
you came from a 2-parent home or you're single
I
dad?
came. Now, look, I originally started from a 2-parent household, and my parents split up. But I start being strictly with my dad. My dad has always treated me like a boy, and I never understood it because I was like, damn, I'm a girl. I never was able to have a soft side. But then now being older and then getting married and having children, my husband passed away. So I see why I was built like that, because I was raised by a man to understand how to raise men. Swear to God, as hard as he treat me, I be loving and caring and like whatever, but I'm still.
you think not to raise men, but to love a man? Because
Period.
to love a man,
Thank you.
special kind of character.
No,
Men
I
are not
learned
truly
all
loved
that.
out here.
They
Men
not.
are loved for what they can provide.
Oh my
They're not.
gosh! Let's give
And
you a round of applause.
And I don't need
Thank
nothing.
you. Thank you.
No, it's real shit.
Give him a round of applause. Because men feel like that. You said something earlier when we first
it's
started
real.
about on those lines as far as love. And I can't remember, but you said something prolific reverting to the same thing you're saying now.
Where he go?
Who, Howard?
What?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm on the line.
All right.
Still
Yeah.
here. So
Anytime
do y'all
we-
agree with that statistic or not? That women, single mothers are the worst parents ever? Do y'all agree with that or not?
No, of course not. Of course not, because there are a lot of single mothers who have raised a lot of successful black men.
Right.
And there are some that raised some effed up black men.
Right, but
no,
see,
of course
it
I don't agree with
depends
see,
on
that.
your mindset.
we're breaking it down into our category, which the statistic was for all women. It wasn't just for black women. So,
Well, for
I-
all women,
yeah.
okay.
I feel like you feel. In fact, like I was telling Nicola when we first started out, that I believe that the blame is on the man. I believe that
It is not on the man. That's what I was just sitting here telling you. Like,
I believe.
during slavery. No.
I'm not saying the reason why, Cyan. You got to keep going back and why we slavery, this, that,
It's
and the
not the
third.
man's fault.
I
If
believe, whatever the reason is that they in this mind frame that you're talking about.
Well, you
It's
just
there.
might as well say black people as a culture then. Period.
We might as
Because
well.
Black people have lost their way. Now, it started from the black men where they was trying to take them from us, and they just conformed to what we had been forced to conform to. Then it turns around where black people as a culture, we try to degrade each other. We don't show each other real love. We don't. It's the culture.
What'd you say?
That's why we don't. Because everybody keep on. I'm not trying to overlook slavery at all. But are we gonna start being a survivor of slavery? Or are we gonna
I
keep
get
on
it.
being a victim?
I get it because I live above it,
If we
but
don't
most
care
people
about
can't.
slavery
Everybody
and how
ain't
we
as
was
strong as
abused
you.
and beat on like Kunta Kinte, then why is my own black man that I want to decide to be with could look me in my face and tell me that I ain't nothing and I ain't this? No, so I'm
Girl.
still being beat on by the hand of a black man.
Because
Versus
they
a
don't
woman
understand
doing the same
they
too.
don't understand their they don't understand their
No,
culture.
keep
That's
on
when
giving
you
passes that they don't understand, they
They
don't
don't
want
get it.
to. I'm tired of giving my black people passes. Either you gonna love me or leave me alone. Cause
disconnect.
I'ma love you or I ain't gonna be
Period.
bothered with you.
That's when I
No, we gotta
disconnect.
quit passing the buck on. No, we need help. We
right.
need therapy. We
That's
need
what-
love
See,
sessions.
That's
so
what I'm
right.
getting. That's all I've been saying.
You so
We gotta
you are
get rid
so
of
on
the
point.
mentality.
I will hold
and-
myself back from
and go
saying that
above
when
that.
that's really how I feel.
Go above
Hey,
that.
bruh.
Okay, we know. I know there's
You right.
I know there's a bump in the road.
No, she's
so
right.
so either I'm going to go over this bump or I'm going to go around this bump.
Cause
I know
when
there's potholes over here. I know why the reason these potholes is here.
Exactly.
So now I don't have to move around these potholes. That's where I'm at.
Is you
with
gonna
this.
move around the pothole too? Or like, is we gonna be on the same page, or you gonna be stuck? And then that's where you have to start learning who you can connect with and who you could deal with, who you could do business with, who you could be involved with, family, friend, or foe. Like, hey, I know the history of
faking it
life.
much. You don't even know the real person. They faking it so much. Remember
They
on
don't
I'ma
even
Get You
care.
Sucker when old boy took old girl to the room and then everything came off in the leg.
That is today.
That was
live in.
metaphorically. It was like he painted the picture of what people's mental is. Like, all
And
right,
people
I'm just gonna
hanging
show
right
y'all
now.
that y'all so fake that y'all want to act like y'all real, but y'all really is all fake.
That's
Got
what's
a
up.
woman up here telling you to take a boss millionaire class and she don't even know how to do her own credit. Stop. We
Man,
gotta
what?
stop being people that we ain't. I ain't never faked who I was. Either you gonna take me how I am or keep on pushing. Cause I'm not changing for nobody.
I love
Ain't
it.
nothing wrong with me. I was designed this way.
But how about when it get to the
For a
point where you
reason.
knowing the right thing to do? Because she know the right thing to do. So now I'm feeling like she's surrounded about a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's just like trying to make her feel like she wrong, and she 100% right.
Okay.
She's right.
All righty.
She's right.
I want to thank both of y'all for calling in
You
and
wanna be
You ain't going
doing
nowhere.
the show.
born a star. The day I dropped out the canal,
That's what's up.
I don't need to get no stuff in Hollywood.
Right.
I don't need nobody to be around cheering me on and all that fake love. Cause when it get dark and these people, your back be against the wall with nobody.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate y'all coming
My
on the
daddy
show today.
died,
Let her finish.
my friend was
No,
there.
it's 8:15. It's
When
time
my
to go.
daddy died, I ain't had no friends. I'll
Okay.
be okay with that too.
All right.
All that faking and flogging, I
No,
don't need
Tyan.
it.
This is my thing. No. Nicola, did I say that right? Did I say that right?
You said it.
Yeah.
You said it right, Scorpio.
Okay. I'm just trying to say. Hey,
You a
I
Scorpio
appreciate.
too?
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh my God,
But,
I can't stand him.
What she said?
can't
That's
stand
Howard.
it.
That's Howard starting shit as usual.
I can't stand him.
That's Mr.
That-
Breeze.
I know.
But anyway,
Hey,
I appreciate you calling in, sir. Nicole, I appreciate you being on the show. You welcome. Come back anytime. I'll shoot you a link. Anytime you want to chime in on any subject, interviews, whatever. I appreciate you reaching out. And that's what's up. We've been doing our thing here. Hey, man, you can't record live.
I am.
You're messing up.
I do what I want to do.
Well, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that too. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, and we got to get out of here. Y'all tune in next week. I'll
y'all.
keep y'all in the loop with what we're doing. If it's a topic you want to get in on, interview, just let me know. It's all good. All love. I appreciate you. So, like,
And what we gonna do?
what'd you say?
Can the next topic be why when women don't have it, it's okay, she working on it, but when men ain't got it, he the scum of the earth. Can that be
Shit,
the
I'm
next
working
topic?
on my man.
Yes.
I'm working on my man.
I like you.
I ain't gonna
I
pay.
like you, and we gonna
If
find
I-
you a man because you're talking the right stuff.
No,
That's
for
it.
real.
You're talking the right stuff.
And then she about to lead into a whole nother conversation.
Mr. Breeze, is she talking the right stuff?
I'm working on my. If,
She
if I
talking
see
the
the
right stuff
character
right there.
and the right things, I don't
See,
care if he
she
broke.
is.
See, that's
I love him.
very correct.
Yes, that's that deep
I fuck
stuff
with
that
him.
real men recognize. We gonna
I
talk
fuck with
about
him.
that though. But we about to get out
Thank
of here
you.
because I'm hungry and Snowfall about to come on and
He
I
purping.
got to get. So like we
He
do,
got a curfew.
I didn't even do the damn commercials.
He got
You
a curfew.
messed up everything.
He got a
But-
curfew.
Anyway, anybody know me
You
know
got
that
a
ain't the
curfew,
truth.
Grizz.
I am
got a
Grizz.
curfew.
You got a curfew.
Yeah, it's called work. That's what it's called. It's called get up in the morning.
He got a curfew.
Oh, and by the way, y'all come out to Traders World this Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna be out there with computers. I'm doing the raffle, $1 raffle where you can win a MacBook or iPro or something giving away out there Saturday. So stop it. But anyway, I'm
Now
done
they shitting on
talking.
you.
I'm done talking.
Now they shitting on
Don't
you,
be
though.
stuck on stupid
And
and relaxed on dumb. I'll see y'all next
And
week.
GRIZZBIZ, Tyan Capri, we out.
All right.
Thank y'all.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye bye. Wait a minute. You're going.
I could never fake a vibe for a
Let's go! The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Grizz Biz, my 2 cents.
I've been close to giving up. I was blinded by the darkness, said I did not give a fuck, but still would like someone to talk with.